I think Garrett poisoned my food.
I think you just didn't want to see my family.
You know, it's seeming like that's happening because every time I hang out with your family, one of us gets sick. So maybe there's something to it. I don't know. Anyway, speaking of your family, when we were with them this weekend, it seemed like everyone that was spending time outside kept finding a tick. And so we're assuming that we weren't the only people that found ticks this weekend. So we thought it would be important to bring you this special episode about what you can do when you come in contact with a tick. So Garrett, what is kind of the first thing that you want to be preparing for this time of year when thinking about ticks?
I think it kind of focuses more on pets, because your dogs and cats are always running around.
And prevention.
You know, we don't have a dog anymore, but we'd always.
Oh, Garrett, too soon. Too soon.
2 years or 3 years ago.
It's been 3 years.
Frontline, always frontline them. I think you can get it. All the vets will have it. I don't know if like Runnings or Menards or anybody like that.
I think they do. The hardware store. I'm pretty sure they do, but don't quote us on that. But so why don't you frontline your cats? I mean, as you guys know, we got cats. I mean,
you can, but cats are a lot better at grooming themselves.
Just another reason to love cats.
So they're pretty good about catching them.
Yeah. So what do they do with them? Eat them?
Probably.
Oh. All right. Number 2. Where are ticks? Where do you find them? Like when you're out and about, is it, in your lawn, on your deck, or just kind of hanging out, or where are ticks living?
This time of year, they're everywhere. I've seen them in our garage. I've seen them in the grass. I've seen them. They like wooded areas. So a lot of times they'll be in the trees and they'll actually fall on you. But this time of year, they're everywhere. So you just got to keep an eye out for them.
Okay. So if you're spending time outdoors, there is a likelihood that you will encounter a tick. So if you do, and you find one, so I'm guessing you always kind of want to check yourself when you come inside. So if you do find one, what are some tips for removal?
If it's not attached, just grab it and...
With your bare hands?
Yeah. Just kind of pinch it. And, if it's stuck in your skin, don't use a bare hand to remove them that way. Use the tweezers, grasp the tick as close to your skin as possible, and then gently pull on it.
Okay. So now you've gently pulled the tick off. What do you do with it?
I usually either crush it in the pliers or flush it down the toilet's what I usually recommend.
Now, I'm leaning in on this one because most people don't follow these protocols. I grew up on a farm, and I remember lighters going to ticks, cigarette tip things, what do you call them? Buds? Putting out ticks. I remember stomping on ticks. I remember squeezing them with bare hands. I remember throwing them in the garbage, and I saw some improper protocols being followed by people this weekend. Throwing them in the garbage, etc. So it's very important to follow that because ticks really don't die that easily. Just squeezing them with your fingers isn't going to kill a tick. So that's why you recommend the tweezers.
Pliers.
Or the plier, but the tweezer removal,
Yep.
The plier squeezing, or something, strong, and flushing down the toilet. But I know you did say that the burning method.
Yeah, it works well too.
So if you're a, what do you call it? Pyromaniac? If you like to start things on fire.
Do it safely.
Just go to town. Just don't light your dog on fire. Or your child.
Yeah, take the tick off the dog before you light it. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just don't let your dog on fire. Okay. So the fifth tip that we have, or the fifth step, is what are the most common carriers? And, we have all these tick questions, but what types of ticks should we really be watching out for?
The brown dog tick, and the American dog tick are the most common carriers of the disease.
So how can we tell what they are?
The brown dog tick, I mean, everybody should.
That's the common one that we all know.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay.
That's the most common. Those ones aren't so much going to transfer diseases to humans, but they very easily can do it from dog to dog. Deer tick is the big one for humans, and they're rare, but I have
in this area they're rare, right?
Yeah. But I have heard of them. I've heard of people getting the disease. So.
And they're the Lyme disease ones, aren't they? The deer ticks.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yeah. I think they carry the other ones too, but that's
so. This might be a question maybe you don't know the answer to, and maybe B, it's not appropriate. But how do tick disease spread from dog to dog?
From the ticks. The ticks aren't born with the disease.
So the ticks crawl from one dog to the other.
Yeah, they'll contract, or a bird or whatever. They'll contract it from another animal, and then when they feed on the next animal, they're actually transferring it between animals usually.
Okay. So I was wrong in my assumption. I thought when a tick made contact with one dog or a human, that it died. After it sucked their blood, then it died. That's wrong.
I believe that's wrong.
But, okay, I bet I'm thinking about a bee. When a bee stings...
If a bee stings and leaves a stinger, it's going to die.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. So, there you go. If anyone was on my wavelength, then...
Yeah, no, they transfer them from animal to animal.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Does anyone have any tick questions about tick removal? Tick anything? Do I see a question?
No, she's saying hi.
Hi, Jill. If anyone has any questions about ticks, let us know. Put it in the comments, send us an email, give us a call. It is definitely tick season, and it's pretty disgusting, honestly. So, you had one other thing that we were talking about earlier. If you come in, just take your clothes off and clean them. Don't rewear your clothes the next day or something. I don't know.
Yeah, if you're outside a lot, just throw them in the washer.
Yeah.